Hi, and thank you for watching and tuning in to the very first episode of Izze Eatz. Today we are going to be making a steak fettuccine pasta with a creamy mushroom sauce. So, hopefully with this channel I can make the kitchen a little less of an intimidating place for people. This one's going to be a little fast, I guess, compilation and clips of this recipe. There will be more full-length, in-depth videos on YouTube coming soon. So bear with us, bear with me as we go on this journey of Izze Eatz. This recipe is pretty easy. You're gonna need a steak, a nice good old ribeye with a nice marbling, a heavy whipping cream, about 2 cups, I would say a pound, half pound of mushrooms, portobello mushrooms, nice and sliced. You're gonna need at least 1 cup of Parmigiano or Reggiano, about 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, and then just a few basic seasonings and your favorite fettuccine pasta. To your pan that's already heated, nice and hot. Okay.
Touch it.
Medium heat, right? Easiest way to test your skillets and see if they're right, non-stick. When the water bounces, all good. We're gonna do about a tablespoon of oil, neutral oil. I'm using canola. The smoking is exactly what I want. And then we're gonna do 1 stick of butter. Throw in your mushrooms. We're gonna sweat that down and cook it for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure you toss it. Look, flipping food in a pan isn't hard, okay? I get it looks a little crazy. You might have food going everywhere and might be looking crazy. Like his teeth. He looks like he freaking chews on rocks for dinner. But you'll pick up that trick and it'll be a little bit easier for you. Just put everything in front and do that twist, baby. So we're gonna let that cook down on medium low heat. We're not gonna put any salt, and the reason we're not gonna put salt, because if we put that salt now, it's gonna start breaking down and helping the mushrooms release its juices, and then we're gonna have a pool of mushroom juice, and no one wants that. So we're gonna cook it the way we want it, and then season at the end. And this will be paused because it has to cook. I'm gonna cut you. That's the Puerto Rican in me, honey. Ese vato. So one time, right, I was living in Georgia, and me and my friends were all a pretty cool, close-knit group. And I don't know what happened. One of our friends were outside on the balcony, on the patio, smoking hookah while his parents were at work. And he went in and he said, "Oh, I need to use the bathroom." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, you know, that's pretty normal." So he goes in and uses the bathroom, and you know, it's been maybe like 5-10 minutes. And I'm like, "Hey, shit, dude." I was like, "I need to use the bathroom." So I go in, I pee, and I'm like, damn, I realized, because we're all high, we're smoking hashish out the hookah, okay? And I start hearing this ungodly sound. It's like a freaking possum being killed by a raccoon. Like, it's crazy. So I'm going through the house, and I'm finding, I'm like, oh wait, here's the source of the sound. It's behind this door. So I open up the door, and I bear witness to an unspeakable act right before it's about to go down. So our said friend that had went in to use the bathroom had really went in search of that kitty cat. He was trying to fuck the cat. And the sounds I heard of the cat asking for help. I've never heard it. At one point in time, I thought I heard "ow." You know, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? But that's a true story, and you can fact check me too. And as you can see here, see how the moisture is already coming out from those mushrooms? Keep cooking that down until it's nice and dry, and then we will season. Throw in a little bit more of the garlic with some butter. Perfect. Now that the mushrooms are released, almost all of their moisture, we're gonna go in with a good, healthy pinch of salt. Mix that all the way up. Then we're gonna go in with another tablespoon of that neutral oil. Throw in your 1 clove of garlic and mix that up until it's nice and fragrant and the garlic has cooked off that raw garlic taste. Deglazing with about a half a cup of Pinot Grigio or your favorite white wine. I recommend a Pinot. We want to cook down the alcohol, of course, cook that off. Don't want to taste it. We don't want that. We don't want any alcohol. We live a life of sobriety here. This is apple juice. Can't prove it's not. Okay. So that's going to cook down. Turn it back down to that low, medium heat. Let that reduce. Now in this pan over here, we're preheating it for the steak. I personally always love cooking my steaks in a good old cast iron, baby. We always keep that iron on us, you feel me? And now that you see those little whispers of smoke, that is going to be ready for that steak. Okay, now if you can't multitask in the kitchen, let's start and finish on the sauce and then go back to the steak, you know, and then start on the steak. You don't have to rush it, baby. The kitchen, I better look like fucking goddamn Janet Jackson, fucking goddamn freaking, I better look like Ryan Reynolds. Make that happen. Once the alcohol from the wine has had a moment to cook off and cook down, render out, we're gonna go in with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay. Leave that on the medium heat, bring it to a simmer, and then drop it down just a little bit. Turn that heat up just a little bit so we can get to that simmer, then we're gonna drop it back down to that low heat. So I'm gonna do it to a low, medium, high, right? A medium high. Now that the steak is nice and ripply, we're gonna put that oil in there, neutral oil. Alright, coat the bottom of the pan. On the side here, we've been having our steak out. I like to always leave my steak out for at least 10 minutes so it can rest before. We're gonna do a healthy and generous seasoning of salt, okay? Flip her over, right? Same thing, healthy, generous pinch seasoning of salt, okay? This is the only salt it's gonna be getting is on the outside. Take that, slide it up, you fucking, that meat, boy. I mean, oh Lord. Now that the pan is nice, rippling, the whispers of smoke, you lay your meat down away from you, face flat, alright? Press on it just a little bit so it can adhere to the skillet just a little bit more. And for the thin cut like that, we're gonna be doing about 1 minute to 2 on each side. I like to make sound effects when I'm doing stuff right in the kitchen, right? Magnificent. We're gonna salt at the very end. A lot of people there's a whole stigma out there with putting pepper on your steaks, you know, it doesn't stick, it won't adhere straight to the skillet. It's gonna burn before anything else. Listen, you can pepper your steak, you cannot pepper your steak. As long as you know how to cook it properly, it'll still turn out to be a good steak. Now, the reason we haven't salted any of the actual heavy cream mushrooms, heavy cream or mushrooms for the sauce is that we're adding in that Parmigiano Reggiano. That's a pretty salty, dry cheese as it is. We want to build the sauce first, test it, and then adjust the seasoning as we need, or as we see fit. Sauce is up to a boil now. We'll simmer, bring it down from medium now to low simmer. There we go. Now the steak is ready to flip. It's been seasoned. And look at that nice sear. There we go. Nice sear on the steak. Yes, sir. Oh, that's burning. Bad thickeners. It's okay. It's okay. As you can tell from the sauce, it's already starting to thicken up. I'm going to switch from my wooden spatula to my wooden stove. Mixing it gently and allowing everything to be incorporated. You know, I hate this thing. This is the dumbest invention of tool, accessories, and cookware in the possible planet. It's supposed to be a dinosaur ladle. We've used this 0 times. This was a Christmas gift for Blake. Fuck that ladle. I hate it. It's not, it makes no sense. You know, it has little legs that always falls over. It's like, it just doesn't make sense, you know? Imagine CeeLo Green's hands and arms, right? Compared to his body, it just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. There we go. We're going to take the steak off. Cut the heat. Nice sear on the steak. Because it is thin, I'm not going to overcook it. I want it still to be nice, that nice medium to medium well. No more on the medium side. Let's see here. Sauce is nice and thickums, like your baby mama. Taste as we go, of course. Let's see what we need. Already, flavor's there. It's nice. It's great. We need some salt. Nice little pinch. Fresh cracked pepper. I've been shot! Alright, nice. We're gonna cut that heat down to low now. Open my pasta, Bigsby. Now with T-Mobile, AT&T's 5G optic, Bigsby can... I need one more, Bigsby. Crazy how that works. Technology, that's actually my Tesla, my Elon Musk iRobot. That helped. What? That's amazing. Can we, okay, iRobot, now stop. So, drop your pasta into your already boiling, salted pasta water, all right? A little salt, want to do a good, nice pinch of salt in there. Have it saltier than your last relationship. So always clean as you go. No one wants to eat in a dirty kitchen. You can't properly clean it. Cook in a dirty kitchen. All right, it's just, no, you're setting yourself up for failure. Now that the heat's down and low, we're gonna add in that 1 cup of Parmigiano Reggiano into our sauce. Now we don't want it to be hot and, boiling or simmering, because that heat is gonna cause the sauce to either break or separate, which we don't want either of those. Mix that in, and just that little dab, all right, of that secret brown sauce is gonna set it off in this motherfucker. F-I-E-E, nigga, free. Oh, can I say that? I can say whatever I want. I'm black. If you cut your steak, plate it, pasta, easy, do a nice twirl, all right? Try and get it. Oop. This is like 2 servings of pasta. All right, nice little swirl. Pasta, we want to also make sure you get some of that delicious mushroom cream sauce right on top of that as well. Pieces of steak. All right. Beautiful pieces of steak. And then finish it with a little fresh cracked black pepper. Mostly easy, simple, delicious steak. Well, fettuccine pasta, steak fettuccine pasta with a creamy mushroom sauce. I already know, it's not worth it if we don't take a bite. That's a big back bite. Oh, snap. All right, this is for y'all.